Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Let me see if I can hear the classes. No. Sure, you're shouting hello. I hope you've had a magnificent Friday, whether you're here in school or whether you're watching at home. Let me know that you're here in the comment section. So let's see what we've got Sarah, who was here nice and early, says, hi, everyone. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining us. Jake's mum, thanks for joining us. Miss Allen, good afternoon to Miss Pinder. I hope you've had a wonderful first week, Miss Pinder. Miss Tumulty's class, good afternoon to you all. Mrs. Jones's class, hello to Melissa, hello to Mrs. Frost and the Year 6 class, who say hello, everyone. We've got Miss Thompson, who has a big hand waving in the comments. Good afternoon, Mr. Rowland, Mr. Watson's class are all here. They say hello. Mrs. Dixon's Year 2 class are with Mrs. Lowry. How wonderful. Hi from Aidan, Oliver, and Isaac's mum. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for joining us. Miss Hay, hello. She says hello, everyone from Year 3-4. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm going to get started because we've got so much information in these amazing assemblies now. I don't want to run over it because I know that people need to do things around the 3 o'clock mark. Good afternoon to Miss Bentley and to Catherine, who's Seb's mum. Thanks for joining us, Catherine. So, as always, I'm going to start with our remarkable readers. So I'll do the remarkable readers one at a time quite quickly so we can get through them, and then we'll give them a big cheer at the end. Remember, if you are a remarkable reader, or if you've been a remarkable reader this week, then you will get the chance to go to the Remarkable Reading Robot, which is in our reception area, and you will be given a remarkable reader token so you can get a remarkable book. And when we weren't here, of course, we had the Miss Hay Express, who was delivering books to your doorstep. Well, you get to choose your book now, which is better. But the Miss Hay Express still exists because she can go and get you and fly you over our learning village towards the reading robot. Then we'll move on to Star of the Week. We'll give each individual a round of applause for Star of the Week. And a drum roll, rather. And, of course, both our Remarkable Readers and Stars of the Week will get a certificate. But Stars of the Week also get one of our very, very, very special tin badges. So let's start Nursery AM and with Remarkable Readers. So we have a young lady who's been listening really carefully and joining in with the repetitive text of her favorite story, which is Dear Zoo. And that young lady is Chanelle Ambrose. Congratulations, Chanelle. You are our first remarkable reader this week. I'm sure you're getting a round of applause at home if you're watching, and if not, we'll be giving you a round of applause when you return on Monday, and Miss Thompson's giving you a round of applause now in the comment section. Well done, Chanelle, wherever you may be, you are a remarkable reader. So too is a young man in Nursery PM. So this young man is always showing a love of books, and he's beginning to use the pictures to tell his own stories. How wonderful for a nursery child. And that nursery child it's Andy. Well done, Andy. I know you'll be watching right now. Congratulations. You are a remarkable reader. You and Chanelle will be getting a trip, or having a trip over to the Reading Robot to choose your very own picture book. And of course, you'll get a wonderful remarkable reader certificate as well. Well done to you, to our wonderful nursery children. Let's move on to reception. We have another young man this time who's been a super letter detective. Oh, that sounds very exciting. What he's been doing is finding the sounds in words during phonics. So fantastic work from this young man who's been detecting the sounds in his words. Who is that young man, I hear you ask? Well, I'll tell you, it's Igor. Congratulations, Igor. You are a remarkable reader, young man, for your wonderful phonic detective work, and you join Andy and Chanelle, who will be getting a trip to the Reading Robot and a certificate. Well done, Igor. I am very, very pleased to see you on the list this week. Congratulations, young man. Miss Taylor has chosen a young man also for his fantastic reading skills during their guided reading sessions, and that young man is Mr. Jake Brownell. Well done, Jake. You are a remarkable reader, and your mum's watching as well. What a fantastic time to win. You'll be getting a trip to the Reading Robot next week, and you will be getting a certificate for your fantastic reading skills during your guided reading sessions. Well done, Jake. You join Igor, Chanelle, and Andy so far. Miss Pinder has chosen her first remarkable reader. It's a young man who has been very enthusiastic and shown great commitment to reading at home. And that young man is... His mum's watching and she's putting lots of round of applause in the comments section for others. It's for Seb Thompson. Well done, Seb. You are a remarkable reader. I'm sure your mum is over the moon to be watching right now. Hi, mum. Not my mum, Seb's mum. You're a remarkable reader, Seb. Well done. You're going to get a trip to the Reading Robot and a certificate. You are the first of this summer term, but also Miss Pinder's first remarkable reader. Well done, Seb. Wonderful to have you on there. Mrs. Dixon has chosen, it's another young man, this time for making pleasing progress in his reading and showing a love for reading also. Those two things go hand in hand, don't they? If you really love reading, you do as much reading as you can, you will absolutely make progress. Not just in reading, but also in other subjects as well. So definitely writing, because they're linked very strongly, aren't they? But also in communication. If you're reading about history, then it'll be history, and there's geography. Reading is so important. That's why we have remarkable readers. So this young man who's made excellent progress in Mrs. Dixon's class is Macaulay Benjamin. Well done, Macaulay Benjamin. You are a remarkable reader this week, because Mrs. Dixon and the team think you've been making super progress in your reading, and mainly because you show such a love for it. Well done. You'll be getting a certificate and a trip to the Reading Robot next week. Miss Thompson has chosen a young man. I'm looking down the list now because we've had quite a few young men, and we're okay. A young man who's had a great attitude this week towards his reading, and he's been reading out aloud with expression, which is not an easy thing to do, especially when if you're not very confident and you can be a little bit shy, and because we've had so much time off school as well. So great to see one of our Year 3 children doing this. And the Year 3 child in question is CJ Bell. Well done, CJ. You are a remarkable reader this week. Miss Thompson and the team are super impressed with your attitude, especially your reading out loud with expression. Well done, CJ. Trip to the Reading Robot soon, certificate. And I am super proud of you, young man. Keep it going. Well done, CJ. Great to see you on the list. You joined Macaulay Benjamin, Seb, Jake, Igor, Andy, and Chanelle so far. Congratulations. Mrs. Slinger has chosen a young lady for being, quite simply, a phonics superstar. So someone who is just learning reading, but not because they're young, because this young lady's in Year 4, but because she's doing the amazing job of learning to read in a different language, which is very, very difficult. And Mrs. Slinger and the team are obviously very, very impressed with Andrea. Well done, Andrea. You are a remarkable reader because you have been a superstar in your phonics sessions, in learning the language and beginning to apply letters and their sounds. Congratulations, Andrea. We have some wonderful dual language books in our Reading Robot, or you can just choose any book that you want. If you want to continue that excellent learning of English at home, you can take one of those books as well. Well done to you, Andrea. You joined CJ, Macaulay Benjamin, Seb, Jake, Igor, Andy, and Chanelle so far. Brilliant stuff. Miss Tumulty has chosen a young man who's been showing a true passion for reading and really working hard to increase his vocabulary. Another thing that goes really hand in hand with reading, learning language and lots of wonderful terminology and language that we can use across different subjects and specifically for subjects as well. I know Miss Tumulty's class have been keeping some excellent vocabulary diaries. Well, this young man has stood out and his name is Gordon. Congratulations, Gordon. You are a remarkable reader, not just for your wonderful passion for reading, but also you've been working really hard to increase your vocabulary as well. And Miss Tumulty and the team have recognized that. You're going to the Reading Robot next week for a book and you'll be getting a certificate. Well done, Gordon. Mrs. Campbell, another member of staff who is choosing their first remarkable reader. And Mrs. Campbell has gone for a young lady who has been using the evidence in a text to make appropriate inferences. That's right, we're getting to the really difficult end of reading now. So learning how to recognize those letters, recognize those sounds, apply those sounds, really become competent in decoding, and then looking at things like summarizing and inference, really looking at what it's trying to tell us between the lines. What's the author trying to tell us without actually putting it into words? Very difficult skill. But this young lady is obviously a superstar because Mrs. Campbell is very pleased and thus said that she's a remarkable reader. Who's the young lady? I know, I'm going to tell you. It's Chloe. Well done, Chloe Jones. You are a remarkable reader. You're the first of this term, but also Mrs. Campbell's first. You're going to the Reading Robot next week, possibly via the Miss Hay Express. We'll see. And you will be getting a certificate to go with your book as well. Well done, Chloe. Fantastic achievement. 2 to go. Mrs. Frost has chosen a young man who has been much more resilient this week towards his reading tasks. And they get very complicated, very difficult in year 5. But this young man is obviously doing a very good job, according to Mrs. Frost and the team. And the young man is Ja. Well done, Ja. You are a remarkable reader. This week, you'll be going to the Reading Robot and you'll be getting a certificate. Another young man I'm very, very pleased with seeing on there. And you're going to get my normal phrase, which is keep it going. Well done, Jar. Really pleased for you. Congratulations. And we're going to finish on a young man. Mr. Watson has chosen a young man who has made some pretty excellent inferences in his reading session. So very similar reason to Chloe. That inference really is very tricky, and often how and where to find the hardest questions when we do tests and SATs and those things. So huge congratulations to our final remarkable reader, which is Jonah. Congratulations, Jonah. You are our final remarkable reader this week for your wonderful inference work. You join Ja, Chloe, Gordon, Andrea, CJ, Macaulay, Benjamin, Seb, Jake, Igor, Andy, and Chanelle. Let's give them all a huge round of applause and cheer. Well done, guys. And as Mrs. Slinger quite rightly says, huge congratulations and well done to all of our remarkable readers. Well done, boys and girls. I'm going to mention reading a little bit towards the end as well, and just re-emphasize how important we know and we feel and we want to keep reading going. So on to stars of the week. I'm going to flip it around and we'll start with Mr. Watson's class at year 6. Let me just make sure I've got my drum roll ready. Oh, yes, I'm well set up. This term, no mistakes. It's going to be smooth riding every single week, I hope. Today, definitely today. So Mr. Watson's class, a young man, is a star of the week. And he's a star of the week because he has produced an amazing piece of writing. And that amazing piece of writing has been all about going on later in life to become a lawyer. You know who you are now, don't you? But not everyone else does. And the reason I'm reaching down here is I have a set of, look at those. Look at the bling, aren't they amazing? I have a set of remarkable learning stickers. That's the best part. Look how many's gone. And I only give those out if children get brought to me because their learning is so remarkable. I haven't had them very long, so I've given half a sheet out so far, a couple of weeks. And this young man was brought to me because of this excellent writing. And what it did is it demonstrated a change in attitude and some absolutely fantastic progress in writing. So not only does this man have wonderful career intentions in wanting to be a lawyer or a solicitor, but he's also switching on his brain, having the right attitude, and really developing an area that he needed to develop, which is his writing. So a huge congratulations. And you're the recipient of a certificate and one of these amazing Tim badges. Huge congratulations to Mr. Matthias Wilmot. Well done, Matthias. You knew it was you, didn't you? Because you've been in here. I'm so pleased. I was so pleased then, and I'm so pleased now to see you getting double reward for that work because it was absolutely amazing. And just like I said to Jar before, you have to keep it going. Well done, Matthias. A wonderful start. Mrs. Frost has chosen a young man for being, I love this, being kind and a very welcoming member of our phase. And the way that he's done these things is he's been helping to translate to help a new member of our school feel at home at Nopper. So as I mentioned before with Andrea, not everyone can speak English when they come to our school, and we are super proud with how diverse our school community has been. And it's really important because we get a lot of change here at Nopper. Really important that children feel very welcome and they're able to get friendships, and children are kind to each other. You know my phrase about always choosing kindness. Well, this young man has been doing that this week, and it's so lovely to see because this young man was in this position only a few months ago. So huge congratulations to Lorenzo Kalin, well done, Lorenzo. What an absolutely amazing achievement, a remarkable achievement for being kind, translating the language and making someone feel so comfortable at our school. You are a superhero, not just a star of the week. You, along with Matthias, of course, will be getting a certificate and one of our amazing Tim badges. Well done, Lorenzo. Great to see that on there, and also for the amazing reason. Mrs. Campbell's first star of the week is a young lady who has also been producing amazing writing, just like Matthias. She has been developing her vocabulary and extending her sentences to provide great detail. How amazing. That star of the week is... It's Lacey Woodier. Congratulations, Lacey. You are a star this week for some amazing writing. I'll tell you what, Mrs. Campbell is not an easy person to please when it comes to writing, but you have obviously knocked it out of the park this week. You'll be getting a certificate very soon, if not already in your hands or on Seesaw, and you will also be getting yourself a Tim badge. Congratulations, Lacey. Well done to you. Miss Tumblety has chosen a young man for her star of the week for having a super positive attitude and again, this is so lovely to see, for showing real kindness to others. I'm going to leave it there because it's amazing. That person is Mr. Aidan Sawyer. Congratulations, Aidan. Your mum's watching. She's going to be super proud of you, just like we are. You are a star this week, not only for having a super positive attitude, but because you have shown some real kindness to others. Well done to you. Certificate and badge on the way. What an amazing reason to be a star this week. And the same to you, Aidan. Keep it going, especially the kindness. Go and spread it and show everyone else what it is you've done this week to be star of the week. Well done to you. You join Lacey, Lorenzo, and Matthias so far as a star this week. We have another young man in Mrs. Slinger's class who is a star this week. He's been showing a much improved attitude towards his learning. It's as short and as fabulous as that. And that young man is... It's Jonathan. Congratulations, Jonathan. You are a star this week. Tim, Mrs. Slinger, and the rest of the team have noticed your much improved attitude. And because of that, you'll be getting a certificate and you will be getting your very own amazing Tim pin badge. Well done, Jonathan. Super pleased and proud to see you on the list. Keep it going. That's the phrase today, isn't it? Another one to keep it going. Wait until you hear about the young man in Miss Thompson's class who's star of the week. He's also had a fantastic attitude towards his learning, and he's been trying very hard. It's just general but lovely. He's been trying very hard to be successful. And I imagine, actually, I've seen this in a maths lesson this week, but also with our new PE boards on the yard as well today. The other day when he was with me. Showing some wonderful attitudes and trying to be successful at everything that he does. Isn't that a wonderful attitude change? And he will need to keep it going, and I hope he does. Who is this young man, I hear you ask? Let me tell you. It's a Mr. Rio Khan. Well done, Rio. You are a star this week. Tim and Miss Thompson and the team have recognized your change in attitude. Keep it going. Certificate on its way, and of course, a wonderful Tim badge. You're a star. Well done, Rio. You joined Jonathan, Aidan, Lacey, Lorenzo, and Matthias so far. There's a young man in Mrs. Dixon's class who is a star this week for working hard to be resilient in all areas of learning, and that person is Lucas Lynn. Well done, Lucas. You're a star this week, just like Jonathan, just like Rio, just like Aidan, just like Lacey, just like Lorenzo, and just like Matthias, for working incredibly hard to be resilient in all areas of your learning. Lucas, you're getting a certificate and you are getting a wonderful Tim badge. Congratulations to you. Congratulations also to a young lady in Miss Pinder's class. This young lady is star of the week because she has super high standards. What wonderful words. High standards and hard working attitude to learning in class. So a huge well done to... It's Inessa. Well done, Inessa. You are a star this week because Miss Pinder and the rest of the Year 1-2 team have recognised and seen the high standards that you're setting and your hard-working attitude to learn in class. Well done. And as I've said in the others, keep it going. Fantastic attitude will get you everywhere. Miss Taylor has chosen a young man who has been contributing to class discussions during carpet time. And I'm assuming a little bit more than normal. And that's what's been recognized by Miss Taylor, by Tim, and by the team. And that's why this young man is a star this week. So there is a certificate and a wonderful Tim badge going to Nukas. Well done, Nukas. You are a star this week. Your hard work, your attitude, and your contribution on the carpet, putting your hand up and answering questions and getting really motivated to get involved has been recognized. And for that reason, you are a star. You join Inessa, Lucas, Rio, Jonathan, Aiden, Lacey, Lorenzo, and Matthias so far. Big breath. 3 to go. In reception, a young lady who has been just like Tim. Told you it was going to be smooth. I got that very wrong last time I tried to say that. She's been just like Tim, putting 100% effort into all of her learning this week. Super duper excited and proud to see this young lady on the list. You'll be watching. You are your Grace. Congratulations, Grace. In reception, you are the star of the week in your class because your teachers have recognized how you've been just like Tim in putting 100% effort into everything you've been doing. Well done, Grace. You're going to be getting a certificate, if it's not already there, and a wonderful, super duper metal Tim pin badge as well for all of your hard work. Well done, Grace. I'm very proud of you this week. Keep it going. 2 to go, PM Nursery. We have someone who is always trying her best and working hard to complete tasks with a lovely smile on her face. Isn't that wonderful? As we know, smiles are absolutely infectious. Huge well done to... It's Lenny Joe. Well done, Lenny Joe. You're the star of the week in Nursery PM. You're going to get a certificate and a pin badge because you have an amazing smile. It's not just because you have an amazing smile, but you're also always trying your best to work through the tasks that your nursery teachers are setting you. And Miss Bentley, Miss Miller, and the rest of the reception team, and Tim, of course, have recognized what a superstar you are. Well done to you, Lenny Joe. 1 to go. We have someone who's been trying very hard with everything, but in particular, her fantastic counting. So if you're watching, you won't be at school because you're an AM nursery people, but if you're watching, have a think. Have you been trying really hard? Have you been doing some fantastic counting? Because if the answers are yes, this could be you. Let's tell you who it is. It is Lucia Lynn. Congratulations, Lucia. You are the Nursery AM Star of the Week for your fantastic counting and trying hard with pretty much everything that you do. And Lucia, you join Lenny Joe, Grace, Nukas, Inessa, Lucas, Rio, Jonathan, Aiden, Lacey, Lorenzo, and Matthias as a Star of the Week. Give them all a huge round of applause. Well done, everyone. Fantastic. What a week it has been. Well done to everyone. Well done to all of our remarkable readers. Well done to all of our stars of the week. And well done to all the parents and carers who have been supporting us in making this happen. I'm going to talk attendance very quickly. I'm not going to spin the wheel, and I'm not going to tell you what all the class attendances were. No. And the reason that's the case is because there is a class in school this week who had children in every single day, on time, all week. And that means that their attendance this week is 100%. 100%. You can see how excited I am and how excited Miss Williams, who is our attendance officer, is about this. But there's a class who got 100%. And I'm not spinning the wheel because they have specifically requested if they can do some science experiments and make some slime. And of course, I said, well, with 100% attendance, how can I turn that down? As Melissa says, wow, absolutely wow. You want to know who the class is, don't you? Well, I'll tell you. They know who they are. They're probably already cheering. But in case you don't know, it is Mrs. Slinger's class. Congratulations to Mrs. Slinger's class. I haven't needed to do any wheel spins or attendance countdowns. With 100%, you blew everyone else out of the water. You are amazing, and you will get your science experiments next week for being amazing. Well done. I have to say well done to everybody else as well, because attendance this week has been excellent. I'm going to keep it going, and I'm going to remind you of the school slogan: everybody in, on time, every day. That's what we ask for in school, on time, every day. And Mrs. Slinger's class have set the bar high indeed. 100% attendance. Well done to you, and well done to you all. I want to finish with a couple of really quick comments, reminders. One is about learning at home. Now, you will remember when we went into lockdown, what we did is we worked incredibly hard to put together some resources online. We put together a website called Virtually Nopper. That's still there, and we have made some wonderful changes and additions to Virtually Nopper. If you ever want to do extra work, that is your first port of call. Your second port of call is to ask us if there are particular things that you want to do more of at home. And this is a message for parents as well. If there are things that you want advice on or you want resources, just ask us the question. We are more than happy to give you extra things for your children to be doing at home, and equally happy to support in only the school stuff as well, of course. Many of you have iPads that are coming either to and from home for our older children, but in reception in year one, you have iPads at home as well. If you want to know what it is you can be doing, if your children are getting bored with the same things, or you're not sure about the iPad's potential and how you can use things like Virtually Nopper, again, just ask the question. We will do everything and anything that you want us to do to help children learn more at home. It's one of the biggest ways that we know, but also think, that children can catch up on some of the learning they might have lost in the past year because of COVID-19. Of course, if you don't want to do any of that and you just want wonderful learning at home and you want children to be playing out and learning different things at home, that's okay as well. But don't go missing with these ideas because you didn't know you could ask. Please just ask us the question. Email us, send us a message on Seesaw, text us, pop in and talk to us, meet us on the yard, send a message in with your children, whatever it is, ask us the question and we'll always be happy to help. Next week, we'll see, hopefully next week, maybe the week after, it depends when the letters go out, but we'll see the return of after-school clubs. So I know that Miss Hayes got some wonderful ideas, and a couple of other staff have been in touch with me today, Mr. Rowland, for example, about some ideas they've got for after-school clubs. Now, they're just random ideas around school at the moment, so there might not be one for everyone, but hopefully by the end of summer, we've done something for everyone. So look out for those letters going home. Probably not today. They'll be early next week, which means we can start late next week or definitely the week after that. So look out for those letters. I'm super excited about being able to start after school clubs again. We will, of course, be remaining in our phase bubble, so there won't be any after school clubs that have phases mixing together and staff mixing together. It will be the children who are normally together in the school day with staff who are normally together in the school day and in areas indoors that they're normally in the school day. But we're hopeful we can get quite a few after school clubs outside. That's the best place to be, especially when the weather is as amazing as it is now. And with that, I will bid you farewell. Enjoy the wonderful weather at the weekend. If it stays this way, of course, we know how crazy it can be. Please stay safe around North Ormsby, Middlesbrough, wherever you're going. Some crazy stuff in the news. You'll know about some stuff happening on our doorstep this week. Please stay safe. Children, please make sure you're always with friends. Please make sure that your parents always know where you are. And another thing, please wear the right clothes. Although it looks really sunny, it can be really cold outside, and that includes when you come to school as well. Don't be deceived by Mr. Sun. He's popping out, but he's also quite cold as well. So make sure you're bringing your jackets and jumpers, etc. with you. Have an absolutely amazing weekend. Look after each other. Stay super, super safe and keep sticking to government guidance. And of course, always, always, always choose kindness. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.